So I was asked earlier by one of my customers at work, how old are you? Because you always seem so happy. You have this youthful spirit. It never seems as though you have a bad day. So I was just wondering, how old are you? And I told him I'm 47. I'm 47. And I said, thank you for the compliment. I take that as a compliment. I feel like maintaining a youthful and playful spirit is a must when it comes to longevity. It's like life is so short. Life is so short, and it's a whole lot of people out here in this world and in this society who are doing themselves a huge disservice, waking up on the wrong side of the bed every day of their life. Instantly out of the bed, as soon as they get out of the bed, they're pointing the finger at this person and that person, this thing and that thing, and then they watch the news, which is mostly bad news, and they engage in gossip and a bunch of stuff that lowers their quality of life, a bunch of stuff that keeps them stuck in mediocrity, a bunch of stuff that keeps them living a life of defeat. And if you are constantly engaging in this type of behavior, it's only you can't, that will affect your mental health. That will affect your physical health, maintaining this type of mindset. Because your quality of life, mental, physical, and spiritual, will be affected. I feel like we all owe it to ourselves to focus on being grateful. No, everything isn't right in my life, but I realized that life doesn't have to be perfect to be wonderful. And I owe it to myself to bloom where I'm planted. I realized that I don't need superficial things to become the best version of myself. This is a choice. This is a choice. I find it to be a must that if you want to maintain a youthful spirit and make the most out of your life and make every single day count, you have to stay curious. You have to laugh often. You have to let go of grudges, stay hopeful. And one of the things that I love to do is to just be silly, be authentic, be myself. I don't want to live most of my life, if not my whole life, pretending to be someone that I'm not. I owe it to myself to be authentic. I owe it to myself to be me. Some of my coworkers, I've worked with them for years, and they have often wondered about me. Wondering if I am okay, because to them, they don't see how I am able to be so full of life on a daily and consistent basis. They don't realize why I am the way that I am. And in short, I oftentimes tell them that, hey, life is short. And I owe it to myself to make each and every single day count. And so do you. But it's like, I've done a lot of work on myself to the point to where I stopped working against myself and started working on myself, to the point to where it's like I'm years into being a student of myself, a student of personal growth, and I pretty much got the hang of this thing now. I pretty much know what hinders me, and I know what's going to help me to become the best version of me. Some of my coworkers, they're not students of themselves. They're not students of personal development. So therefore, they're always going to wonder. Even though I tell them I owe it to myself and that life is short, they can't fathom it because to them, they're stuck in mediocrity. They're stuck in defeat. They're stuck in self-doubt. This is why it's so important to be a student of yourself. If you're not a student of anything else, it is a must that you need to be a student of yourself. Because you're going to be with yourself the rest of your life. If you're not happy with yourself when you're by yourself, that is a clear indicator for you to know that you need to work on yourself. And you need to do it ASAP while you still have time. Because we all know that life is short. We all know that we could be here in one moment and gone in the next. But while we are here on God's green earth, on this side of heaven, while we are here, we owe it to ourselves to make each and every day count. We owe it to ourselves to live a life of gratitude. We owe it to ourselves to let go of grudges, to stop gossiping, to stop second guessing yourself, to stop prioritizing other people's opinions over the opinion that you have of yourself. We owe it to ourselves to be authentic. This is why I'm so silly. I just love to be silly. I love to dance. I love to laugh. I love to do anything that brings a smile to my face. Hey, I'm 47 years old, and on my side of me and my wife's room, I have my own Ninja Turtle collection. Ninja Turtle collection, y'all. That's right. I'm a big fan of the Ninja Turtles. I love them. Why? And which version of the Ninja Turtles am I a fan of? You ask? Well, you may not have asked, but I'm going to tell you anyway. I'm a big fan of the old school version of the Ninja Turtles, the 1987 version of the Ninja Turtles, because that is the version of the Ninja Turtles that I grew up to. But yeah, when you have a youthful spirit, other people see it, and it's contagious. People have told me numerous of times that they love my energy. They love my energy. Why is that? Because my energy uplifts. My energy is contagious. And for those who act like my energy is not contagious, then it's because they're still stuck in mediocrity and defeat. And it's not their fault that they are, but they have to hold themselves accountable if they ever plan on getting themselves out of this life of defeat. But for me, I'm going to continue to do me. I'm going to continue to be me. I'm going to continue to be authentic. I'm going to continue to have a youthful spirit. The older I get, I'm going to change my diet. I'm going to make sure that my mind stays young. I'm going to always dream. I'm going to always hope for better because I owe it to myself. I owe it to myself. And anyone who is watching this video, you owe it to yourself to do the same thing, to be authentic, to be you. Because that is beautiful. Authenticity is such a beautiful experience. The thing about me is growing up, I prioritized what I thought other people were thinking and saying about me so much to the point to where I neglected the opinion that I had of myself. And because I did this, it caused me to live in fear. It caused me to live in fear for so many years of my life. But eventually, I started working on myself and grew tired of placing other people's opinions of me on pedestals. And I switched it. I made sure that I placed the opinion that I had of myself on the pedestal. So therefore, I now embrace change. I now embrace authenticity. I now embrace the fact that I will become the best version of myself no matter what. I'm going to make each and every single day count. Why? Because I owe it to myself, and you owe it to yourself. We all owe it to ourselves to do better and be better so we can make our worlds better. If you like the words that I have shared in this video, then by all means, please like, comment, share, and subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. God bless.